What's shaking, Chewy Nation? ChewbaccaLemma here, back with another Madden 19 video today. Our very first tip video of the Madden 19 season. And I actually feel like I'm getting okay at the game now, so I want to do more of these. And I think I got some really good stuff for you guys today. So if you do like this, if it helps you out, or you just want to help the channel out, a like really does help the channel. And subscribe if you haven't already. But let's go ahead and get into it. So I'm in the Giants on defense, and I'm in the Titans on offense. Now, the Titans, the Bengals, and the Rams all have, I believe, this tight flex play. So I'm going to look at tight flex today, specifically because I think it's a really, really good formation, and a lot of people run it, a lot of just, I would say, average players run it without making any adjustments, and I think we can take advantage of that today. So I'm going to show you how to slow this down, and first, we'll start with some killer heat that will just destroy it, and then we'll go coverage. So hopefully that helps you guys out. And I want to do this with a lot of other plays as well, formations. So if you have any suggestions, let me know. And I talk a lot. Let's go ahead. PA post shot right here on gun tight flex. The play is super, super good. And on defense, I'm going to come out and edge blitz 3. So we're going to start off with heat first, and then we're going to go ahead and move the ball way back, whatever. Doesn't really matter. We'll stay in the middle of the field. That's fine. All right, so on offense, we got this play right here. Stock, super, super good. I'm just going to run it and show you why the B and Y route, the Terrell Owens and Jerry Rice. You notice how I'm the actual Legends team, and on defense, I'm just the Houston Texans. Just the Houston Texans. Super Bowl champions. They're coming, okay? But you're going to see if I pick this blitz up, which I don't even understand why that came in. The B and Y route get over everything. It doesn't matter what I run. If I just run a Tampa 2, just clouds. Watch the B or whichever route. The B route, look at that, because it breaks, and the Y route is so stupid. The play is ridiculous. It goes over all clouds, goes over every coverage. It's ridiculous. Or is it ridiculous? Okay, let's go ahead and look at it. All right, there's the offense. All right, you're cool, you're cool. Watch this. Edge, blitz, 3. We're going to scream at them. This is a blitz that is so good against this because tight formations, they just can't pick up blitz like, gun bunch is just better. That's why gun bunch is still really good, is even though they nerfed it, it's just really good about picking up blitzes. So it's still really good. And I'm going to show you. Baseline, not really necessary against this formation, but if you want to know the blitz, show blitz, so you'll see them come down. And then I want to, now, shift line up this is a common blitz, and then QB contain. I'm pretty sure this is a pretty common blitz. If it's your blitz, I'm sorry, let me know. But I'm pretty sure a lot of people have run this. There it is. But what I like to do, I like to take this guy on the outside, Jadeveon Clowney right here, and I like to blitz him as well. So now we're sending 6, 4 on the right side, 2 on the left, and then QB contain. And now we have this blitz. This is so disgusting. I can't. It's just gross. It's gross. Watch this. Watch this. All right, we're going to go ahead and hike it. They don't even have time to make a read. And then you're like, well, the middle of the field's wide open. Well, you can take away the middle of the field. You can put guys in hooks. You can take that away and make them make a quick read. Like, you could honestly put, if you know it's going to come in, you could put this like in a hook and then maybe put him into a deep third. And you can even bring him down and put him into a hard flat. You can do all kinds of stuff if you know what kind of read they want to make. Like if you want to take away the inside. But base align, show blitz, shift line up, and then global blitz, just blitz, Jadeveon Clowney. It looks like this, and then I don't know why he didn't come down, but he'll come down as well generally. And it looks something like this. I don't think it'll be too big a deal right now. There we go. And we got, watch, just watch. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely insane, and they just don't have enough time to go downfield to stop it. And then you can kind of mess around with what works. We're going to talk about this later, but if you man up the Y route, that's going to completely shut that route down, so if you're really worried about it. But again, base align, show blitz, shift line up, blitz Clowney, and there you go. It doesn't take long to set up, and that Y route's going to be completely clamped. And take away A, take away B. That actually didn't come in, but even though it didn't come in, you see, it was actually pretty good. If you got a good user, it's still pretty good. Like it's not really that big. Oops, I don't know if I got it set up there. Oops, no, I want you to blitz Clowney. There we go. I didn't actually blitz the safety. Let's see if that still comes in. I didn't blitz the corner. Okay. Go on, Zach. Remember, we're the Houston Texans versus the Legends, so their offensive line is going to be much better than your defense than in this case. So if you're playing against a really good team, this is still going to work. Baseline, show blitz, spread up, blitz Clowney, and there we go. We'll blitz in 6. All right, what do you got? What do you got for me? What do you got? Let's go ahead and see what he's got. Oh my, there was 3 guys. It was 3 guys. You don't have to blitz the outside guy, but and then you can mess around with the coverage. It's super good. That is the best way to blitz. I think tight. Send it from both sides. Just gas them if you want to send it. And overall, that's a really good blitz overall. So I'll leave that down in the description with all the setup, or comment probably. That's easier to read. But anyways, I'll leave that down there. Let's go ahead and talk about, you may be like, that's really cool. That's really cool. But I want to see how to stop this with coverage. So I'm going to come out in my stock D, 3-4 under, cover 3, buzz show 2. It's my own defense. I don't think anybody was running it before me. Maybe they were. I don't know. But I figured it out myself. So this is my defense. I like to baseline and spread. A lot of times I'll put like Clowney here, and he'll come off the edge. And with even like putting Watt in a spy, even with just 3-man heat, sometimes this will loop in for unblocked. So that's what's really good there. I think it's super good. You could also QB contain if you want to try that, and then manually blitz. I mean, if you want, maybe that will come in a little bit cleaner. If you have time, it depends with your adjustments and everything. It depends on how they run this. But Cunningham there, that's fine for that. So that's basically stock. But even then, you're like, well, let's go ahead and see what happens. We'll go ahead and see. We could hit B. We could hit Y. We'll go ahead and just hit Y. That is super easy. So that, you're not helping us. That was a terrible defensive tutorial. Okay, I admit that wasn't helpful. Again, I already mentioned this, but if you man up Jerry Rice, this is Jackson. This is a Jackson fellow. Is this Kareem Jackson? What are you doing in there? Anyways, here he is. He's man up Jerry Rice. All right, shade outside. Shade outside. Okay, that's Jerry Rice, greatest wide receiver of all time. We'll go ahead and just put Tyrann Mathieu into an inside third for this, just so it kind of looks like a normal D. I'll get rid of my user. Let's see. Let's see if Jerry Rice can beat him. That's Jerry. That's Jerry Rice, and he ended up catching it. It was very little separation. And what I would recommend, honestly, is putting in a really good, your best corner right here, and then manning them up. If this is something you really struggle with. And then you can get a little bit better angle if you want. And we'll go ahead and see if that helps a little bit. Help him out a little bit with a better angle. I don't know, guys. That doesn't look very open to me. That is the best way to stop it. And honestly, if you have like a Jalen Ramsey, Jacksonville players, gross. Anyway, if you have a Jalen Ramsey, or you have a Patrick Peterson, or even like just somebody with good speed, even like an Adrian Amos at safety, you can man him up, and just that speed alone is going to help you pretty much clamp any wide receiver. I mean, this is let's be honest, this is a garbage can safety, and he, at least in Madden, okay, he's not very good, and he still stopped Jerry Rice on that route, and obviously Jerry Rice, like one of the best wide receivers in the game. So that is the way to stop it, the best way to do it. That route is completely clamped. There's nothing they can do. If they throw it, even if they complete it once, they're not going to want to do it again. It's going to be picked. They're going to jump in front of it, or it's going to be, get bounced up in the air, and then somebody else is going to pick it. It's not going to work. Now, that is that route, but what about the other route? What you may have noticed is, even though this is Clowney, it's not the best coverage guy, curl flats actually play. I'll show the TO route. That B route actually get played pretty well by curl flats, but then it leaves the drag wide open. So I'm going to if I bring Clowney like way back here, you wouldn't necessarily do this, but I just want to show you, I mean, you could, but I just want to show you how this plays the B route. I didn't shade or anything. Let's see. B, it's not open. If you click on a Clowney, that's a pick. It's not open. Like if you make that throw, if you have a good coverage guy especially, they're going to pick that. Clowney's obviously not a coverage guy. So curl flats are the best way. Or user, of course. I don't want to step on your toes. You can user it as well. But I would recommend the Honey Badger here, or whoever your safety is, put him into a curl flat. And then, you can move him to the middle if you want. It just a little, I like getting better angles, and that makes it, it seems to play a little bit better than if already being over here. They kind of just sink in their zone a little bit and they can get over it. I think it's better if they have to go a little bit of distance. And then I'll just go ahead and put Clowney into a hard flat. You can either go to him and click hard flat, or you can hit RB, X, and then left stick left for a hard flat. Either way works. I'll go ahead and just put these guys in spies to show you how exactly this works with this B route and see if this actually slows it down. So B, we're going to go ahead and try to get it over. I mean, it got picked even without clicking on. It's definitely not open, and obviously Honey Badger is pretty good safety, but if you have a decent safety there, he's going to play that really well. Now, the downside to this, and a lot of people are going to say, you just don't have enough time to make all those adjustments. It's too much, especially considering this play is stock really, 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 really good. And I admit that is true. The only real adjustment I think you need to make is Clowny and a curl. Like, that's really it. That takes all of like a second. You just two adjustments. Then you can user, honestly, this is probably you don't have to mess with it. If you don't have time, you can user, take that away, and then the Y route is your responsibility. That's how I would do it. And then your pressure is going to come in most likely by then. If they quick hike you, that's what I would do. I would take away that, or the alternative, do the opposite. Do your same setup and make sure to just man up Jerry Rice, and then go ahead and just put like the Honey Badger into a deep third. There we go. And now you got that route taken away, and now you just say, you know what, my responsibility will be to take away the TO route. And honestly, this is pretty easy. You got the TO route, pretty easy takeaway. And if you have time, of course, you can either just shade underneath. You can do something like that, man him up, go ahead and put the Honey Badger there, and now that would take away the drag as well. And now you're like, all right, so the drag's going to be taken. It's taken, obviously. Kind of got clipped up, completely clamped. The Jerry Rice route, you could make that throw, but it's not really a great corner. So it's not a corner. So like you're not really. It's never going to get open. You put a good corner there, or even a good safety with decent speed, it's not going to get open. That is a complete mismatch. Jerry Rice versus, I'm assuming, Kareem Jackson. And it is completely almost shut down. Okay, not completely, but it's almost shut down with Kareem Jackson versus Jerry Rice. How ridiculous is that? So I would man him up. Definitely this guy right here, and then you could put the Honey Badger. The correct setup, if you want to just say, I don't want to use or anything, the correct setup is simply curl flat, hard flat on the one side, and man up the other side. And I would recommend putting in your linebacker into a deep third. And then shade outside. This is 100% basically to stop it. And then you can use anybody on the right side of the field. You can either use J.J. Watt, or you can put a linebacker there. You can Merciless. You can even use Joseph, honestly, if they run these routes, because that deep third will actually play really well across the middle of the field. And then you just say, you know what, I'm going to take that away until it gets across, and then they try to throw it to B. You see the X route up downfield? Your middle linebacker with that deep third actually plays that really, really well. So overall, what do you guys think with these adjustments? Really, anytime you see tight, I would recommend the guy opposite of the running back. So over here, Jerry Rice on the other side. If they flip it, then obviously you would just man the Honey Badger up on the other side. But man up Jerry Rice, shut down. Absolutely going to be shut down. Whether it's a good corner or not, it's probably. Do you see that? Like even in that, if you click on and he didn't catch it anyway, that is ridiculous. And I just can't believe how well that plays it. All right, the last thing I would say is I would recommend, it depends on how good your safety is, but I noticed when I was using Gibson at safety, when I was trying this with Jacksonville, why, I don't know, gross, that he didn't really play this too well when I shaded over top. I would recommend actually manually putting him into a hard flat and manually putting this guy into a curl. Whatever reason, like shading underneath, shading over top, it seems to mess with the way the curl plays in a bad way. Like, the curl, you would think if you shade over top, he should, like, go maybe farther down the field. He doesn't. If you have, like, a safety, when I was using Gibson, every time I shade over top, he would basically make a streamline right to the side, like, right down and play the drag. It was weird, shaded over top. So I would recommend not shading at all underneath or over top. So this is shaded underneath. Let's go ahead and put him in a curl. Let's see how it plays. Just shaded underneath. I think the Honey Badger seems to play it pretty well. You see, he's got it fine. Like, you can't make that read. That is a terrible throw. Do not make that throw if you're on offense. But Honey Badger played it well. But if you notice your guys aren't playing it as well, I would recommend if you got a good safety, you're probably fine. The honey badger's pretty solid. But if maybe it's not as good in coverage, you might want to not do that. Just shade outside, and you'll be good. So again, base line, shade, man him up, shade outside, and then if you want, you can do what you want with this. You can put him into a deep third, and then you can bring Clowney all the way back if you want. You can then make sure I'm going to take away the drag. There's a lot of things you can do. So you're like, I'm taking away the drag. See that Blitz still come in? Like, that's only 4 people there. So that's super good. And that's against the Legends offensive line as well. So what do you guys think? Overall, I hope this helps you guys out. That Blitz is straight fire. Again, I'll put that in the description below. And also the slowing down, cross man on that. If you want to see other plays, let me know as well. I think I mentioned at the beginning. But I love talking this kind of stuff. It's really fun. So thank you guys so much for all the support. You guys are absolutely incredible. Like if you appreciated it and liked it or something, all that good stuff. That's all I got. ChewbaccaLemma out.